happening in Bengaluru, because a short spell of rain has time and again brought the India Silicon Valley to its knees, quite literally. Videos of cutting-edge infrastructure, modern tech parks of Bengaluru sinking just in few hours of rain have amused netizens frequently. All right, we'll try going across to my colleague, but let's also take a look at these visuals that we are given to understand that we are getting of D.K. Shivakumar, the Deputy CM that is. Remember, he had stated that they will also be reviewing several parts of the city. As far as what I can make out of this particular visual is also one of the prominent areas in Bengaluru that has been inundated, including the IT corridor. Remember, the infamous IT corridor of the city whenever it rains. Having said that, Neha Hebale, my colleague, joins me live. Neha, good morning. Given the fact that this is embarrassing to say the least, and I say that considering the fact that when you're looking at these visuals, you can't even imagine this is the Silicon City of the country. More importantly, this action that is now being thought over about setting up a panel, it's a little too late. That's also because you know that these are scenes that you're going to be looking at during this particular time. Why is it that, the government and administration as well overall wait for such instances to crop up in the first place and then take action?
Well, that's absolutely right, Nivedana. It's really quite unfortunate that year after year, governments change in the state of Karnataka, but it seems like, people's problems are of least priority. Yet again, we're seeing here in the IT capital that, after several companies here have flagged off this issue, they've raised concerns about the heavy rains, the waterlogging, the manner in which, they aren't able to function. Employees are being declared work from home, primarily only because of the rains. It's now that the government, in fact, is waking up, swinging into action, forming a committee there to address the issues. Of course, while, this may probably help for the monsoon next year, the fact is that this year we are at the peak of the monsoon. We're seeing the manner in which the rains are battering the city, wreaking havoc here for the citizens. But as far as, of course, those citizens around those areas are concerned of the IT belt, among the highest tax paying, and really quite unfortunate that, this is what is being meted out to them.
As you pointed out, Neha, like I was pointing out with the fact that, the infamous IT corridor, this is one aspect of the city, which also contributes to the highest tax-paying, bracket. Having said that, every time you look at this particular section of the city, you can't even relate that this is an IT corridor, more importantly, in Silicon Valley of the country. Considering the fact that we look at such situations with multiple visuals coming to the fore and through your ground reports as well, what have we been given to understand as to how they're combating it, even area-wise, that is?
Well, absolutely, Nivedana. This is, of course, not a problem that's cropped up now. This is a problem that's only been worsening over the years. And like I was mentioning earlier as well, several governments, of course, that have come and gone have just merely possibly ignored this. While we've seen, tall structures coming up, lots of malls coming up, huge tech parks coming up, basics such as encroachment of drains, basics such as, drains for the water to flow out. These are things that remain unaddressed. And primarily, of course, the largest problem that the city currently faces is that of corruption, whether it's been the BJP government previously or now the Congress government. The fact is that just yesterday as well, we saw the Lokayukta himself, the chief, in fact, the justice there of the Lokayukta, B.S. Patil, going on to say that, there's sheer and rampant corruption right from the ranks of the BBMP officials. And until that's something that's weeded out and until accountability is put on these officials to, of course, start working for the buck that they're paid, we won't really be seeing much of an improvement, and that still remains a big, big concern.
Absolutely, Neha. In fact, as you draw perspective on that situation, one can only hope that it's going to get better. But having said that, Neha, stay with me. I'm going to quickly